Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Drew's Adventures. I'm down here in a small Murray town called Karoonda in South Australia. And I've come across this. This is a little place called the Pioneer Park. We're going to have a little walk around. This here would have been a cattle truck for a train. Pretty incredible back in its day. We've got an A&R wagon next to it. Australian National Rail, of course. And I think over here we've got a couple of old boilers. We've got some more train wagons over this way. And a little office. It's pretty incredible. Quite a lot to see here. So this is called Pioneer Park, and it's located in the town of Karoonda in South Australia. And here's all of the former railway lines that used to run out this way. It's quite incredible to think that South Australia once had so much more rail lines than what we've got now. Look at this old carriage, South Australian Railways, SAR. And that's a pretty cool setup. We've got some more carriages to the left here. You can go up on this one. Let's go up here. Wow. How cool is that? And we've got one there that says Garcat Culture. And don't think you can open that, unfortunately. No, all locked up. But yeah, this would have been the old carriage that you would have ridden along back in the day, I assume, when times were different. Look at that old railway there. The wooden sleepers, they now use concrete sleepers in train tracks across South Australia. So that's pretty awesome. We will go for a bit more of a wander. Wow, these are enormous. Let's have a wander. This has got a lot of machinery too from farming, and I will try and show you all of this as much as we can. Some old ploughs and various farm machinery here. Harvesting tools, of course. And this is a free place to come and explore. And it's located in Karoonda, which is roughly 45 minutes drive from Murray Bridge. Have a look at that. Wow. This here is a header, and it was made around 1950 according to the information there. All this old machinery. Look at these big blades here and all sorts. Wow. South Australia does and always did have quite a lot of farming going on. We've got a lot of land here in this state, and much of it is good for cropping of various types. This is a Shearer P model harvester, and massive machines these. They look small from a distance, but no, to walk around them, they're easily higher than me. And I am a very tall person. We have a big E harvester from 1930. Have a look at that. With the big rollers on that. That is some cool engineering for its day. We've got various processes there. An old wagon here. And a tractor. How cool is that? Look at the old tractor. I think that Werner from Werner's Adventures would really love these beautiful old machines, if he hasn't been here already. There you go, David Shearer, Mannum, South Australia. And this obviously was a locally made harvester from 1911. Incredible. The engineering that they went and put into these things. You just think, my goodness me, for those times, they really spent a lot of effort, a lot of time making these incredible machines that now modern farming has perfected. But without these early versions, we wouldn't be where we are today. This one here is a sunshine harvester from 1900. And just phenomenal. Probably would still work, actually. And another shearer there. And I think that might be a steam-powered one, this one here. That's pretty awesome. So this is, like I say, in Karoonda, and it's called Pioneer Park. And it's a free place to come and have a wander of early South Australian farming life and town life out in the Murraylands region of South Australia. So let's wander up here. We've got a little sign over there warning about bees. So I'm going to keep my eyes and ears peeled as to where these bees might be. Look at these early machines. Wow. What year was this one made? This was, no, it doesn't say. It's just got a little tag there about very basics on it. Cutting hay with a binder. A rack of sheaves has just been dropped off. These will be added to in the next rounds, soon erected onto stooks as seen at right. This was to help cure the hay. So this part here would cure the hay, I believe, is what this sign is saying. Just incredible. And look how they dressed in those days. There was no short swearing and no singlets or crop tops or anything like that. It was all long, very European inspired dress. Information board about farming and what different things mean. And I have to say, as someone who's not from a farming background myself, I've often wondered what some of these mean. So this gives you a little explanation here about what things mean, and there you go, the evolution of farming from the sickle, which was the hand slashing, right through to the combine harvester. And yeah, there we go. Quite interesting. I don't think there's a lot. No, nothing out that side. There you go, the 1960s here. Poison cart for rabbits. And poison was used to control the rabbits, and the machine laid the baits in a furrow made by the tine. Rabbits were attracted to the fresh earth disturbed, so there'd be a big thing of poison inside that canister. Poor rabbits, but alas, they don't belong in Australia in the wild. I don't know where our bees are here, but I can see some bee activity, I think. Can certainly smell it. The honeycomb. Bees, stay clear. Don't know where they've made their hive, but somewhere in here. And this is a seeding drill, apparently, this one, where the bees are living. Oh yeah, you can notice the bees. There you go. Just through that little gap there. Can you see those bees? I'll get a little bit closer. I don't want to upset them. There's the bees going inside the top of that seeding drill. Look at the old dray. How awesome would that be to have a ride in one of those? I don't know if anywhere in South Australia does dray rides or similar, but it would be really cool to have a place that had some stuff like that. Old farm things you could ride on and take your children and family on. Here's another rail car. This one, I'm not sure if it was a passenger one. It looks like a passenger one based on those shutters up there in the windows. Yeah. It's actually really interesting how tall rail cars are when you don't realise until you're at the same height as them how big they really are. And that one there's 27.4 tonnes. Incredible. Incredible. Here we go. That's the back of it there. Nice colour of that one, the red and green. You can even see, it's a bit hard probably to see, but there is beautiful decoration on this rail car. Kind of looks like a little Romanesque kind of decal on that one. Here we go, got the switch for the lines, and over here we got the Railway Museum. So I assume that this may well be open perhaps at certain times of the year for people to come and have a look. And here's your little station box there. That's pretty cool. There you go. Yeah. Here's some of the old implements in here. Old milk can there. And wow, this might be, there you go, there's your early consignment note. That's pretty cool. For stations without resident accounting staff. There you go. So consignment notes have been around forever. I know all about them from my current job. Yergo Railway Station. This takeout shed and adjacent platform are originals from the Yergo Railway Station situated on the Pibinga line 20 kilometres from Karoonda. Opened on the 28th of December 1914, closed on the 1st of November 1979 and moved here in 1985. And a maintenance crew or fettler gang was based at Yergo with 3 cottages and a barracks. There you go, that was what Yergo looked like in its heyday. That's pretty awesome. There's your consignment note box. And gangers' letters. So the gangers were like the crew that would fix any problems with the section of line they were crewed with to maintain. Alright, let's go over this way. Former Methodist Church from Wynaka, and it's been relocated here. We've got an early example of a store, an early store, and these would have been what you would have come to in the early days of the colony. And you can see you've got a treacle can, you've got a Bickford's Sal Vital, you've got Anchor coffee with chicory, and if you look very carefully inside there, I can't open it unfortunately, it's been closed, but you've got the old cash register and the shelves behind the cash register, and you've even got your ice cold Coca-Cola sold here. Here we are, the old motor garage. Look at that, the old gasoline Bowser there. Of course, Australians now call gasoline for the most part petrol, but yeah, this one would have been an early example of the term gasoline being used in Australia. Have a look at this. Look at that beautiful vehicle. Wow, that's pretty cool. This is your early example of your motor garage. You've even got a, like the, what do they call that? The blacksmith's, can't think of the name of it. If anyone can think of the name of that. That big bellows. It's a bellows, isn't it? A bellows, that's the term. It's like a little hut here. I think it would have been an early workman's cottage example for this area. Karoonda and the Murray, yep. Sure is, it's a first homestead. An example of a first homestead. Look at that. Gunther's homestead in Mindiarra. First homestead. When settlers first arrived on their blocks, often without their families, there was little time to build a house. Some camped in tents, others in makeshift shelters or tree bows and iron sheets, some even in their stripper machines. When a more substantial place was put up, it was often like this construction. Sometimes lime whitewashed jute bags were used for walls or stone if available. The fireplace canopy, made by Simpson & Sons Adelaide, is original from a similar Humpty built at Halidon by pioneer David Westover. The water tank came from England, probably packed with dry goods on the sea trip over. Look at that. You know, I've got to say, as much as that is very primitive perhaps in today's society, I think it would be comfortable enough. Look at that, the little setting and the bed on the left there, your basic fire, your little kitchen table, your cold store, that's that little one next to the cupboard there with the bottles on top. And yeah, another little container there with glasses and bits and pieces, and of course your saddle up on the wall. How cool is that? So that's a little example there of what early life would have been like out here in the Murray area of South Australia. Let's wander over here and see what this building is. Don't think this is original. It may be, but I don't think it is. I don't know what it was used for neither. It's not got a sign, I don't think, for this one. Kind of looks like a schoolhouse or something like that. I don't know. What have we got over here? What's this little one here? This is, there you go. The Canlara post office. That is really cool. Canlara, which is Aboriginal for native companion, was a railway siding opened in 1914, about 30 miles, 48 kilometres north of Karoonda on the Waikerie line. The post office was opened at the farmhouse about 30 chains, 600 metres away on the 29th of September 1915, and it was closed on the 30th of June 1937. Wow, and this post office is only 6 feet wide by 9 feet long. Look at that. There's your little letter tin there. How cool. And there you go. That's incredible. That is incredible. Wow, look at that. What a time gone past. What a time gone past. So I'm just going to go over to the back of this building that we just walked around the front of earlier. And this was actually an example of a pioneer home. So this was made by a person called D.J. Hood. And I don't mean DJ as in, music DJ. But look at that. Quite a few family members live there. Wow. So So this was the Wynaka Uniting Church, this building here on my left. And Wynaka is actually just down the road. And it's got this beautiful old church that's been relocated here to Pioneer Park. Have a look in there. There's where the priest would give the sermon, right where I am. And you have an organ there as well, and of course the altar, and the pews. I can't go in there, I don't think. I think it's locked up. Perhaps tour guides may run tours, I don't know. There we go. Oh no, that's pretty cool. This is a Storytown site. So I might have to investigate what that is, but it would appear that there might be an online audio guide around this little site here. You can see in there we've got liturgy with communion, 2nd and 4th Sundays at 9 AM. Yeah, that's such a cool little place. And this is, like I say, the Wynaka Uniting Church, Methodist Church, back in its day. My mum was raised Methodist, so she will appreciate this one a lot. Beautiful stained glass windows there. And yeah, you would have entered the church through this little door here on the side. And yeah, classic example of an early church, an early pioneer church.